Ever wonder how artists go from unknown to unforgettable? The University of Arts and Design just launched How Artists Become Known. It's a free seminar series, and we're starting with Van Gogh. Watch now at uad.education. Welcome to the Make and Design podcast. I'm Carina Gardner, and today we are podcasting from H+H Americas. And today I have with me Julianna Hukill. Always have to say it twice, which is funny because she's been with me for 3 years.
That's okay.
So, and she is the owner of Shea Lily, shaylily.com, and I'm very, very excited for you to showcase some of the things that you've been showing at your booth here. I'm going to give you a little bit of a preface about this, and that is Julianna has been in Design Suite. She has been in Creative Entrepreneur, and she's right now working on her MFA at the University of Arts and Design.
Yes.
We're very, very proud of her. I'm very excited for you guys to see some of the stuff that she has here.
Okay.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. So my signature product is the Quilt Keepsake book. And this is a book that allows a quilter to document the journey of making a quilt for someone. So it came about because as being a quilter for years and being around quilters who would constantly complain that I spent all this time and money and made this beautiful quilt for somebody, and I gave it to them and it was like, thanks. Kind of like just receiving a regular blanket. So, and understandably, because if you're not a quilter, you don't understand the journey and the intention that goes into quilting. So,
or the money and the time.
The money and time is huge. I mean, they did an average evaluation of it, and it was like $5,000 to $15,000 to make a quilt when you figure materials and time and the machines that it requires. So, it is.
Well, and it's just been surprising. Like, I mean, it makes sense because it's a lot of time. But secondly, someone was telling me, you know, if you're doing like especially like custom machine quilting, like $1,500 to $2,000 can be the price tag. That's just the machine quilting. That's not the fabric and the materials and piecing the thing to begin with.
It's very expensive. It's definitely a labor of love. And I think the biggest thing is when somebody decides to make a quilt for somebody, it is a big deal, and the time that goes into it, the thought of picking out the colors that you like and designs and the pattern, and it is a big process. And as a quilter, you're constantly thinking about that person when you're making it. And so this allows you to document that whole journey from the dedication of the quilt, I'm making this for you because, to these are all the steps and things I was thinking about, things I binge watched while I was making it, funny things that happened, mistakes that, you know, try to find my mistakes. And then to the final gifting of the quilt and the dedication. So all of that gets documented into the book. And this is just one example of one page that I did for my daughter.
So cute.
It was her graduation from kindergarten and high school and college, ironically, all blue. But it just makes the whole experience, it becomes not just a beautiful, expensive blanket, but now an heirloom that can be passed on, not just the blanket, but the whole story.
Yeah, I really love that. And this was, I got to see it get created because this was your second semester capstone project at the university. And I think you should talk a little bit about what you did in that capstone because you went above and beyond.
Well, it wasn't planned that way. The thing with Carina is you tell her I have an idea and it's just like a million miles a minute, which is good because, you know, if you're new to design, which I was, you need that little kick in the pants and that boost of confidence and direction, not just with the idea, but how to execute it, from the designs to the colors to the business part, which is huge because that was completely foreign to me. So it went from an idea to a product in less than 6 months. And into distribution in that time, which is
that was
huge.
The surprising thing, that we were able, like you were really able to get that into distribution as quickly as you did. You were so good though at making cold phone calls, which not most of the designers are willing to do, and you were like willing to just pick up the phone and make those calls. Not scary to you? Very scary?
I don't think it was scary after I had the tools. So your program teaches us the business tools so that you are, when you decide to make that call, you are coming from a place of confidence and you have a plan and how to communicate with the businesses so you don't look like a newbie that's like, please take my product. And if you believe in your product, it's easy. It's actually fun.
It is very fun, right?
Yes.
I love that you said that because I think cold calling is very scary for a lot of people.
Yes.
But you did some really cool things. Not only were you willing to cold call, but you had an incredible party and taught at a shop. Will you talk a little bit about that experience?
I was very fortunate. I live in Michigan, and we have a pretty tight community. Donnie from Ann Arbor Sewing, I approached Donnie and told her the idea, and she absolutely loved it. So I said, well, I want to launch the book, and she says, let's do it. So we set up a workshop, and literally within 2 months, we had a workshop set up. Women came in with their quilts, or if they were starting the process of the books, and we just went through the whole process together, and it was fabulous. It was very emotional, and they liked the workshop because it was unique. It wasn't just let's sit and sew and learn how to do something. It was sharing. It was kind of scrapbooking, if you will, into the book. And we had some that just wrote a lot of stories or letters. We had some that did a lot of photography. One lady was just a bedazzling freak, and it just looked phenomenal. So it was above and beyond what I expected. So it really kind of launched the whole product.
That's incredible. How many people did you have come to that?
I had 12, and I recommend for something like this to keep it 10 to 12 because it is intimate and people are more likely to share. There was laughter, there were tears, and it also gives people the chance to be heard and to take their turn to speak, because a lot of it was sharing.
What are you hoping to accomplish with this book?
So the book was started for something that I wanted personally as a quilter, and my hope is that people look at their quilting process as not just this beautiful blanket, but as sharing the story with the generation to come, and ultimately hopefully bringing younger people into the quilting realm.
Yeah, I love that so much. So you kind of blew my mind when last semester you're like, oh yeah, we've already sold 250 of them. Is this like mostly through distribution at this point, or tell me a little bit more about that process.
So far it's been mostly distribution up until the show, where we've had good turnout for the show and really good reception. But part of it is too because I'm finishing my MFA and I do work full time, so it's just trying to juggle all the balls.
Yes.
and after I'm finished at the end of the year, I will definitely ramp up, personally putting the product out there more. But for now, I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, I really love that. 250 is still incredible. Like, when you said that number, I was like, hey, what? Like, that's incredible. And I see it ramping up even more based on even some of the shops that I've talked to and seen being so excited about this book.
Thank you.
Tell me what you think the best part about this book is.
The best part is the connection that it brings the quilter to the recipient.
Yeah.
It's not, look what I did. It's look what you mean to me.
Look what you mean to me.
Yes.
I love that so much. Yeah. It really is. And it's set up in such a way that I feel like it's really open.
It is. I did that intentionally. Initially, when I started it, there was a lot of design elements, and then I thought I don't want it to overpower the message or the quilt that the person is making. So it's meant to be a little muted, so whoever is using it can really make their quilt and their message shine.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. When my kids get a quilt from me, they have no idea what it means, right? And so I really love this because it's a feeling of like, no, like I really made this for you.
Yes.
I love you so much. And I was thinking about you. I was thinking about the colors. I was thinking about like how this was going to be impactful when I send you off to college or whatever it is that I'm doing it for. So I really, really love this.
Me too. Thank you.
Such a great story. Now, here's the cool thing. You came and I looked at your booth and I'm like, what is this? So do you want to show the 3D printing?
Sure.
We don't currently teach, by the way, 3D printing at the University of Arts and Design. So this is
kind of do. Because it starts with an SVG file.
It's true. Okay, so we teach a class called Die Cut and 3D cutting, okay, but not printing. And the reason is because we want to make sure that you understand 3D modeling, right?
Yes.
Like how you can build things 3D. So you can use a laser or a die cutting machine for that. So let's talk about this 3D printing you've gotten into.
Yeah, so this kind of came about by accident. I wanted to make a sign, and my brother and I, we love doing creative stuff, and he's like, oh, these 3D printers they're really cool now, and what they can do, and so it's, well, let's just get one together. So I had him do initially just a quilt block with a little saying on it, which was our tagline of every quilt tells a story. And then I thought, I really want a whole wall. I want a whole wall quilt.
Of course you did. I like where you're like, well, Carina pushes me, but I'm like, but you pushed that one all on your own.
But it was very easy to do because through the die class, we learned how to do SVG files, which is what it takes. You do convert it to their software type, which is very easy, and we use a Bamboo printer. But then it kind of morphed. So we've got these 3D printed picture frames, and the beauty of it is you can do anything. I mean, any quilt block pattern, any saying, as custom as you want. And same thing with the full wall quilt. They can be in 2-inch to 10-inch blocks that it just became this big fabulous quilt on the wall, which I love because it has dimension. And that's the nice thing about 3D printing is you control the dimensions. So you could have something really, really stick out in different areas as much as you want. It can be branded, custom. It's an awesome design thing.
And those of you who are on the podcast, you can't see all these things, but if you come to the YouTube channel, both on the Carina Gardner feed and the University of Arts and Design feed, I'm going to throw up some pictures of this so that you guys can see, because it really turned out very nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Honestly, your whole booth is fantastic. You have like Shea Lily everywhere. It's so super cute. What inspired the big teddy bear with like the Shea Lily?
I love teddy bears, and I thought, well, how do you convey this? Having a book up with pictures is nice, but I wanted that kind of element of coziness. So I was looking at this bear and I thought, I'm just going to get a big bear. And I thought it would be like a little bear, and then I looked at Vermont teddy bears and they had 6-foot bears. So I'm like, that's the one. So we got the 6-foot bear and the baby bear and the t-shirts that say Shea Lily and whatnot. And then I made a book with bear stuff in it and got a bear quilt to go with it. So it makes it more of a cozy item that people can kind of see that connection happening, even though it's not human. It's, everybody loves bears.
That's actually true. When I saw it there, I was like, oh, that's so cute. I kind of want to hug it. And now I'm going into her booth.
The bear's been a big hit. It has.
That's some good marketing right there. I couldn't have predicted that. That was incredible. Yeah.
It arrived in a box. My husband's like, what is that? Don't ask.
That's what are you going to do with it when we're done?
Well, I'm just going to keep it. I'm probably going to keep it in my little crafting area because I had the little feet embroidered in Shea Lily and quilt stories, and I love it.
Oh, I love that. That's so good. Okay, so you're almost at the end of your MFA.
Yes.
So I will say the business portion really happens in the first 4 semesters of the program. And so now we're kind of into really the art portion of your MFA, and you are doing an incredible accumulating studio project. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So my project is basically looking at natural pigments. So I'm looking at 18 key historical natural pigments and basically tracing the history, reproducing them. I purchased the pigment, I'm dyeing fabric, and then with the fabric we'll be cutting it to do a historic cloverland quilt, which was from the 1800s, and then documenting the whole process and then ultimately in a book. So it's a lot of fun. The whole planning part has been good. And you say that the business part was done, but I have to say it's really not, because one thing that you teach us is that everything that we do moving forward in design has a purpose. So when you think about what you're going to design, you're thinking automatically about who's it for, what's it going to go on, and how am I going to use it? So it makes your time spent designing so much more practical and actually more enjoyable, because you see the end goal of what you're going to do with it, as opposed to I'm just going to make a pretty butterfly.
Yeah, I think that is true. I forget that because we don't really, it's not like, oh, now it's in this course and we're building the plan, which we do in other parts of the university. But that's my hope, is that you're integrating it, while you guys are building all of these other things.
It's like drilled into our brains from the beginning, and it's always there. And I'm so grateful, because when I first started, I was just, I want to draw this today. I want to draw, and I had no direction at all, and it was the hours of wasted time. I can't even begin to tell you.
Yeah. I don't know that we can talk about specifics, but I would say that this H+H has been really awesome for you as well, because you've been looking for maybe a licensing deal.
Yes.
And that has been awesome because, we kind of went back and forth right before when I had told you that Katie had gotten a deal. And I said, I just went back and forth with her for a week. We cleaned it up really quick, and you were like, well, can I do that? And I'm like, yes, you absolutely can. Right. And then you did. Not only did you do it, but kudos to you, because I tell everyone to do stuff, but then you really do it.
Well, you have to take advantage of the opportunities before you. And this show is huge, and it's not a cheap endeavor.
No, it is not.
And in this industry, while everybody is very giving and friendly, it can be hard sometimes and intimidating as a new person to break those doors down. Mm-hmm. So this offers you face-to-face connection with people, mm-hmm. and kind of squeezes your foot through the door a little bit. It makes it less daunting, the whole process. Mm-hmm. So it's just been kind of a natural progression, and everybody here has been very welcoming. So I've been appreciative to that.
And I do want to say this, as a university, we do not guarantee results.
No.
At all. Like, we are a learning institution. Mm-hmm. What you guys are hearing when I talk to our students is what they've learned plus their own endeavors. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we're so proud of is the way our students take the information that we have and go, okay, how am I going to utilize it? Mm-hmm. Now, of course, we want to help you any way we can. So as a professor at my own university, mm-hmm. It was fun to look at your fabric lines and be like, let's switch this, let's switch this, mm-hmm. let's switch this. And you did. And then plus you put in an extra line that I didn't even know about, which was really awesome. Mm-hmm. And had it printed beautifully, and you had some success in talking to vendors today.
Yes, it's been very, very positive. So I'm happy about that. And I will say that you don't guarantee success, but as a student, I will say I would guarantee that if you really keep your mind open, you listen to feedback and not take it personal, take it to heart, make the changes that need to be made, listen and put yourself out there, I guarantee you will get results. It may be a completely different result than you expected, which for me was a pleasant surprise, mm-hmm. But you will get it. Put the work in and you will get a result, and you might be pleasantly surprised where it takes you.
Yeah, and all the faculty, I know that I'm talking about classes I teach, but all the faculty desperately want you to win. That's the thing.
Definitely. And your classmates, if you call them that.
Yeah.
It's been really fun to watch everybody take their journey, because we're all a little different. We might be in similar types of areas like fabric or whatever, but all different in our style. And it's been, to me, most of the joy sharing that.
Yeah, that community. Well, I am going to say this about you.
University, which has been awesome.
It has been so fun. Well, I was going to say, like, one of the things I like about Julianna is she just came by Katie's booth with treats for all of us with a little tag on it. She's like keeping us all hydrated. She's got these she's brought us all this stuff. We went to dinner last night as a group. There was 8 of us, and she organized it. And so one of the things I think that you've really contributed, and what I love about the community, is that each one of you want to be together. You want to build this community. And I don't know that's necessarily me. I think that's because you guys all are like, we're doing this. And then you're like such a giver.
Thank you. Well, I think it is fostered in your community, and you feel that from the moment you come in the program. I've never felt, and people may not believe this, but I've never felt an ounce of competition or jealousy. It's been nothing but support. And even people, like I said, that are in your area, sharing of contacts, of ideas, sharing of what their wins are, mistakes, and I mean, it's no judgment. It's been amazing, and I don't know that I would be here if it weren't for this community. Mm-hmm. In fact, I can tell you I wouldn't be, mm-hmm. because it was completely foreign to me, so I wouldn't have known where to begin.
Yeah, almost the opposite of competition. The number of times I've seen someone be like, "Come meet my fabric manufacturer," or "Come, let me introduce you to da 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 da." Mm-hmm. Like, wow.
Yes.
Which is incredible,
mm-hmm.
and I feel really lucky that all the students are this way. You guys are really, really, really incredible. If they want to see your journey, or they're like, oh man, I need to get a hold of these 3D printed pieces, or I want to see the Quilt Keepsake book, where can they find you?
So currently I have my book on shaylily.com. The 3D products we are just uploading because I brought them here to see what kind of response, and it's been really good. So they'll be up within the next couple weeks. And if you want something done custom, something branded, different sizes, colors, all of that can be done very easily.
That's incredible. And I would also say, if you're looking for this book, go check your local quilt shop and ask them for it, right? That's another way that you can do it. You'd be surprised who's carrying it. I think you guys are going to see this, based on what I know that's coming out from this particular show. I think you guys are going to see this book a lot of places. It's been a really great response to it.
Thank you.
So
thank you for sharing it.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
I have a gift for you. My third book, The Intentional Design Year, is out, and I want to give you access to read it. To get the digital copy for 1 month for free, go to www.designsweetcourses.com/intentional. Make sure and do the www. Because for some reason, that's the only way it will work. Anyway, this will get you free access to read the book for an entire month. If you love it, you can always go to Amazon and get the whole book plus the prompt journal.